Hello everyone, Scoony007 here bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game we have the 6-7 Toronto Blue Jays taking on the 7-6 Baltimore Orioles. This is game 2 of a 2-game series. Baltimore won the first game. They're looking to sweep the series, but both Toronto is looking to split the series. And here is the starting lineup for the Toronto Blue Jays. Leading off, the shortstop, David Eckstein. Batting second, the second baseman, Aaron Hill. Batting third, the right fielder, Alex Rios. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the center fielder, Vernon Wells. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Frank Thomas. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Matt Stairs. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Lyle Overbay. Batting eighth, the catcher, Greg Zahn. And batting ninth, the third baseman, Marco Stutero. On the mound for the Orioles, it is Steve Treschel. Treschel comes into the game with a 5.40 ERA. No wins, no losses. He's pitched 10 innings, allowed 14 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 8 walks. We're here at Camden Yards, which gives a -2 to strikeouts and a +2 to walks. And with that, David Eckstein steps up. And we are ready to start. He's batting a .302, and here's the first pitch. 2-2, column 2, row 2. We're going to start off with a range play at Camden Yards. Column 5, row 2. Not only that, but we start the game off with a rare play. Ball hit in the dirt. Past the catcher's patch, repitch, check for injury to catcher. Raymond Hernandez is injured and will miss 2 games. So with that, I'm going to bring up my Alright, so with that, Hernandez is out. We do need to replace the catcher. And with that, we're going to bring in Omir Santos to replace the catcher. Alright, and according to that, we have to repitch, so that's just a reroll of the dice. Column 4, row 6, at the ballpark. Once again, we go back to Camden Yards for that. Column 3, row 6, that's going to be a base hit past Jones. And with that, David Eckstein will get on with a base hit. So let's take a look at the defense for the Baltimore Orioles. Payton is out there in left field. Jones is in center. Markakis is at right. Going around the horn, Mora is on third, Bayham at short, Roberts on second, Millard at first, Santos behind the plate, and Treschel is on the mound. So we have a steal attempt for Eckstein. He's a right, so that's going to be a +1. Actually, it's be a 12. It's a -1. That's a 0. And on a 1, Eckstein will advance. However, the 13, we're going to check for a error rating on the catcher. Santos's error rating is a 0. That's a 13. So the 13 is too high. That's outside of his range. No error there. Infield, normal depth, and here's the pitch to Aaron Hill. Hill batting a .313. Column 2, row 1, that's going to be a walk plus. Now in a walk plus, we add 10 plus the 2 from the ballpark. So we're adding 12. That's a 17. So it's a 1 to 17 range. That's a 12. And that's going to be a walk. Alex Rios is batting a 400. Strategy roll 5. Here's the pitch. Column 5, row 1, that's going to be a hit by pitch. That's a 0. Threshold will give a -5. The 18 is too high. Column 6, row 1, ground ball to Millard. So it's column 6, row 1, ground ball to first base, Millard. And with that, Eckstein will advance to third. Hill will be forced out at second. If the roll is greater than or equal to the first baseman's BR rating, then it's a force out at second. So with that, we do have runners on the corners. And we have a 20. Anytime we have a 20 on the strategy roll, it's a pickoff attempt. Steve Trushell doesn't pick anyone off, but I'll still show it for the prove out. Vernon Wells up. He's batting a 255, and here's the pitch. Runners on the corners. Column 3, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1 to 3, that's a 1. Struck him out. And 2 away. With that, Frank Thomas will come up. Thomas is batting a 152. Runners still on the corner. Strategy roll is a 9. Anytime there's 2 outs, we'll add a +1 to the base run rating. Frank Thomas, the pitch. Column 1, row 1, that's going to be a strikeout. And that is going to be on a 1 to 8. The 12 is too high. Column 1, row 2. Power hit to Markakis, ?9. So let's see, that's going to be a 16. On a 1 to 5, it's a single. On a 6 to 8, it's a double. On a 9 to 11, it's a triple. However, on a 12 to 20, it's a fly ball out. It's a fly out. Markakis goes back deep to make the catch, and will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on for the Blue Jays. We go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the Baltimore Orioles. Leading off, the second baseman, Brian Roberts. Batting second, the third baseman, Melvin Mora. Batting third, the right fielder, Nick Markakis. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the first baseman, Kevin Millard. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Luke Scott. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Jay Payton. Batting seventh, the catcher, Omar Santos. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Adam Jones. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Freddie Bainum. On the mound for the Blue Jays, it is Sean Markham. He comes into the game with a 2.93 ERA. 12 and 1/3 innings pitched, allowed 9 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 5 walks. And with that, we're ready to. And with that, Brian Roberts will step up. He's batting a 353, and here is the pitch. 2-2, column 2, row 2, strikeout plus. Now, same as with a walk plus, we add 10. In this case, we're going to add 8. It's a -2. So that's going to be in a 1 to 17 range. That's a 14. Struck him out. So 1 away, and that's going to bring up Melvin Mora. And as Mora will step up, here's the defense for the Blue Jays. Stairs out there in left field. Wells is at center. Rios is at third. Going around the horn, Stutero's at third. Eckstein at short. Hill is on second. Overbay at first. Zahn behind the plate. And Markham is on the mound. Melvin Mora batting a 255, and here's the pitch. 2-6, column 2, row 6, that's going to be a blank. Column 1-4, column 1, row 4, that's going to be a base hit, pass Hill. So 1 away and 1 on. Mora is on first with a base hit. Strategy roll is a 14. Orioles holding off. Nick Markakis is batting at 231. Infield double play depth, and here's the pitch. Column 5, row 2, that's going to be a walk result. On a 1-17, that's a 12, and that is going to be a walk. So runners now on first and second with Kevin Millard up. Millard batting in 096. Strategy rolls a 3, and here's the pitch. Column 6, row 2, that's going to be a walk. On a 1-17, the 18 is too high. Column 3, row 4, fly ball to Wells. And with that, Mora will get the hold sign. We subtract 3 from the base run rating. So 5. Mora will get the hold. 2 away and 2 on. Luke Scott up. Scott is batting at 341. Strategy roll 10. Orioles holding off. Column 6, row 5. Possible error on a throw. Column 6, row 2. That's going to be a double out there past Rios. Rios' error range is on a 1. That's a 10. No error there. It would be a throwing error. Only applicable if rolling for runner advancement. Otherwise, no error. So it's a double. We do check the 6, so 1 run was scored. That is a 0. So the lead, and with that, runner will hold. Jay Payton. Payton is batting a 125. Strategy roll is a 6. And here is the pitch. Column 4, row 2. That's going to be an error on a ground ball. So 6, the Orioles holding off on strategy, by the way. Column 6, row 4. That's going to be a ground ball to third base to Statero. Error range for Stateros on a 1-3. The 16 is too high. No error there. So 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on for the Orioles. After 1, it's Baltimore 1, Blue Jays nothing. We go to the top of the second. Matt Stairs, Lyle Overbay, and Greg Zahn due up for the Jays. Matt Stairs batting at 233. Here's the pitch. Column 4, row 6 at the ballpark. Camden Yards. Column 1, row 3, HR 8. That's going to be a home run out there past Jones. That's going to be a 13. So we take a look at the D20. On a 1-13 range, that's a 2. And that ball is out of here. Hit that ball down straight through center field. Blue Jays tie the game up as Jones goes back and gone. And a solo home run ties the game up. Lyle Overbay batting at 348, and here's the pitch. Column 2, row 5, possible error on a throw. Column 4, row 4, Ground ball to Mora. Mora's error range is on a 1 to 7. The 17 is too high. No error there. One away. Greg Zahn's on batting a 138, and here's the pitch. Column 3, row 2, that is going to be double star. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Jones. And that'll be out number 2, 2 away. And Marcos Tutero's up. He's batting a 219, and here's the pitch. Column 4, row 2, home run on a 1 to 3. The 20 is too high. Column 4, row 3. However, that is going to be a base hit past Roberts. And Stutero is on with a base hit. Strategy row 8, Jays holding off. We go to the top of the order. David Eckstein is 1 for 1, and here's the pitch. Column 2, row 3, that's going to be a walk on a 1 to 15, 7 in range, and that's going to be a walk. Runners on first and second. Once again, we have a pickoff attempt due to a 20. Aaron Hill walked his last time up, and here's the pitch. Column 2, row 6, that's going to be a blank. Column 2, row 2, pop up to Roberts, as Roberts will make the catch and retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors, and 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the second. Omar Santos, Adam Jones, Freddie Bainum due up for the Orioles. Omar Santos, here's the pitch. Column 2, row 1, double question mark, double star on a 1 to 15. That's a 19. The 19 is too high. Column 4, row 6, that's going to be a ground ball to Hill. And that's going to be out number 1. Adam Jones is batting a 237. Here's the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's going to equal a walk result. That's a 1 to 7. The 8 is too high. Column 3, row 4. And that's going to be a pop-up to Eckstein. And he'll make the catch, 2 away. Freddie Bainum batting a 286. Here's the pitch. Column 1, row 6 at the ballpark. Column 4, row 5, HRP. And that's going to be a fly out to... And that's going to be a fly out to left field. No runs, no hits, no errors as the Blue Jays retire the Orioles in order. It's 3 up, 3 down. After 2, we're tied at 1. We go to the top of the 3rd. Alex Rios, Vernon Wells, Frank Thomas due up for the Blue Jays. Alex Rios is 0 for 1. And the pitch. Column 3, row 5, possible error on a ground ball. Column 6, row 1, ground ball to Millard. Millard's range is on a 1 to 3. That's a 5, no error there. And he'll make the catch, tag the plate. 1 away. Vernon Wells is 0 for 1 with the strikeout. And here's the pitch. Wells struck out his last time up. Column 6, row 5. That's going to be a base hit. Strategy roll is a 12. Now, the reason that was a base hit is Wells was a right-handed batter. We take a look at the right-hand side of the slash. Strategy roll 12, infield at double play depth, 1 away. Here's the pitch to Frank Thomas, who's 0 for 1. Column 4, row 3, range play. Column 4, row 1, that's going to be a single out there to Markakis. However, we do have to check his range. His range is in a 1 to 3. Range is in a 1 to 3. That's a 5. It gets past him. That's going to be good for a base hit. And with that, we have a 1. So we're going to check for extra base for runner advancement now. We have a 2. We have a 1. So we're going to check the second die. On both of these, the lead runner will advance. That's the first thing that happens. The lead runner will advance. So Wells will go over to third. And now we're going to check for Frank Thomas. Does he pick up an extra base? He has a base run rating of a 1. That is a 2. The lead runner advances. If roll is higher, the trailing runner holds. So with that, Thomas will hold at first. And that puts runners on the corners for the Blue Jays. Matt Stairs is 1 for 1 with a home run, a run and an RBI. And here's the pitch. Strategy roll is a 7, infield at normal depth. Column 2, row 1, that's going to be a walk plus. That's a 22 on a 1 to 22. That's a 1, and that's going to load the bases. So with the bases loaded, Lionel Overbay will come up. He's 0 for 1. Strategy roll is a 2, and here's the pitch. 1 out, bases are loaded. Column 3, row 6. That's a blank. Column 3, row 4, 3-4. It's going to be a fly ball to Jones. Sacrifice roll. Failed SF roll. And with that, we have a 6. And 6 with a 5. The lead runner thrown out. So Wells will try to head for home. Jones throws it to Santos. Santos with the ball. Mora slides, and he is out. And the umpire calls him out at home. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors, and 2 left on for the Blue Jays. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Brandon Roberts, Melvin Mora, Nick Markakis due up. Top of the order, Brandon Roberts is 0 for 1 with the strikeout, and here's the pitch. Column 5, row 6. That is going to be a walk. That's a right-handed. We'll take a look at the left-handed side. Roberts is a switch hitter. He's batting left today with a walk. On a 1 to 14, the 18 is too high. Column 4, row 5. And that's going to be a fly ball out there to Stairs. Stairs makes the catch, 1 away. Melvin Mora, 1 for 1 with a walk, with a run scored, and here's the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2, that's going to be a walk plus. Remember, we had 10 plus the rating of the ballpark, so we're adding 12 to that. That's going to be in a 1 to 21. That's a 5, and that's a base on balls. So 1 on, infield coming in to double play depth. Strategy roll is an 11. Nick Markakis with a walk. Last time up, and here's the pitch. Column 6, row 2. That's going to be a walk on a 1 to 17 range. That's a 13. And that's going to be a walk. So with that, 2 on, and that's going to bring up Kevin Millard. Millard is 0 for 1. Strategy roll 5, and here's the pitch. Column 3, row 6. That's going to be a double star. Right-handed batter for Millard. That's where we look at the right-handed side. And that's going to be a ground ball to Eckstein. Is it a double play? It's a 2 for his double play rating. That's a 0. G6, right-handed pitch. It's going to be a G2 for that. Hill. Pivot is a 0, so that's going to be a 2. With that, Mora will go to third. Markakis is forced out at second. And Millard is on a field due to a fielder's choice. So runners on the corners, Kevin Millard up. I mean, not Kevin Millard, Luke Scott is up. Luke Scott is 1 for 1 with a double and an RBI. Runners on the corners for the Blue Jays. Here's the pitch. Strategy rolls a 15, infield at normal depth. Column 5, row 4, that's going to be a strikeout on a 1 to 10. That's a 2. Struck him out. So no runs, no hits, and no errors, and 2 left on. After 3, we're tied at 1. We go to that top of the 4th. It's Greg Zahn, Marco Stutero, and David Eckstein due up for the Blue Jays. Greg Zahn 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Column 5, row 2, home run. On a 1 to 8 range, the 18 is too high. Column 1, row 1, line drive to first base to Millard. And 1 away as Millard will get that tag the plate. And that's going to bring up Marco Stutero. Stutero is 1 for 1. And here's the pitch. Column 6, row 6, that's going to be a range play. And column 4, row 4, 4, 4, that's going to be a fly ball to Markakis. Markakis' range is in a 1 to 3. That's a 3. He makes the catch. As he had to go back to the warning track to make that catch, and we go to the top of the order. 2 up, 2 down. David Eckstein up. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. And here's the pitch. Column 2, row 6. That's going to be a blank. Column 3, row 4. And that's going to be a line drive to Mora. And that will retire the side. So the Blue Jays retire the Orioles retired the Blue Jays in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom, and then left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Jay Payton, Omar Santos, and Adam Jones due up. Jay Payton is 0 for 1, and here's the pitch. Column 2, row 4. That's going to be a double star. Payton being a right-handed batter, we look at the right-handed side of the slash. And that's going to be a fly ball to Wells to center field. Wells making that catch 1 away. Omar Santos is 0 for 1, and here's the pitch. Pitch to Santos, column 5, row 2. That's going to be a walk on a 2. The 15 is too high. Column 4, row 4, that's going to be a base hit. And with that, Santos is on with a base hit. Infield double play depth. Adam Jones is up. Jones is 0 for 1. Strategy roll 5, and here's the pitch. Column 2, row 4. That's going to be a double star. Jones, right-handed batter, right-handed side of the slash. And that's going to be a ground ball to Hill. And that is going to be in the range of the double play. If roll is less than or equal to the GDP, then it's a double play. So with that, they turn the double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left on. After 4, We're still tied at 1. We go to the top of the 5th. Aaron Hill, Alex Rios, and Vernon Wells due up for the Blue Jays. And with that, Steve Treshel can face 3 more batters before he's considered tired. Aaron Hill batting 0 for 1 with a walk, and here's the pitch. Column 1, row 2, that's going to be a walk. On a 1 to 7 range, that's going to be a 4. And that's going to be a walk. Aaron Hill, right-handed batter, we do have a 1, so it is going to be a steal attempt. It's going to be a -1. They are going to send him. And that's going to be a 4. So on a 3 to 19, if roll is less than or equal to the SB rating, safe, the runner is higher, the runner is out. The stolen base rating is on a 1 to 12. It's a -1 from the pitcher's card, right-handed side. We would have had anything from the catcher on that. And with that, Aaron Hill will steal second. Alex Rios up. Rios is 0 for 2, and here's the pitch. Infield at normal depth. Column 3, row 4, 3-4, that's going to be a walk. On a 1 to 12, that's a 3, that's going to be a walk. So no runs and runners on first and second, no outs. Vernon Wells is 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Strategy rolls a 16, and here's the pitch. 1-1, column 1, row 1, that's going to be a strikeout on a 1 to 3 range. Remember, strikeouts is a -2. That's going to be a 4. No strikeout there. So Wells will avoid the strikeout. Column 2, row 5. That's going to be a base hit past Roberts. It's an S4. All right, now we're going to check for runner advancement. Hill on third. Hill will go from second to home on a 2 through 6. His range is a 3. And he'll score with that. So Blue Jays now up 2-1 with 1 run scored. Rios. We'll check for Rios. Rios' base run rating is a 3. He'll go from first to third on a 3 through 6. That's in range. And that puts runners on the corners for the Blue Jays on an RBI single by Vernon Wells. And with that, Steve Treshel is now considered tired. Strategy rolls a 19. They are going to leave him in. Frank Thomas is up. He's 1 for 2. Bullpen, however, for the Orioles is warming up. Column 2, row 4, possible error. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That's going to be a base hit out there in the right field. It'll drop in front of Markakis. Error range for Markakis is a 1 to 2. That's an 18 outside of the range. And that's going to be good for another run scored. RBI single for Frank Thomas. It's 3-1. Vernon, we have a 1, so we are going to check for runner advancement. And like I said on both of that, on a 1, the lead runner, the first thing that happens is the lead runner advances on the throw. Wells will go to third, but it's Frank Thomas who we have to check. His base run rating is a 1. That is a 3. The roll is higher than the trailing base runner, so he will hold. And once again, we have runners on the corners. Skipper giving giving Treshel 1 more. See what he can do here if he gives up another hit. Bullpen, we do have action in the Orioles bullpen. Matt Stairs is 1 for 1 with a home run, a walk, a run, and an RBI. Strategy rolls 6. Treshel considered tired. 2-5. Column 2, row 5. Possible error on a throw. Matt Stairs, column 2, row 6. Fly ball to Peyton. And that is going to be out number 1. Sacrifice fly. It is a 5 on the roll, higher than the 2, and that's going to be a 4. The Wells will stay. One out, runners on the corners, and that's going to bring up Lyle Overbay. Overbay is 0 for 2. Strategy roll is a 5, and here's the pitch. Column 4, row 5, that's going to be a double question mark on a double star on a 1 to 7. That 9 is too high. So now that we hit one of the brackets here, Tresho will get pulled. Column 6, row 1, that's going to be a ground ball to Millard. And is he going to try to score? No. Well, let's see. Is he going to try to score? Yes, he is. They're going to go for the out at home, or they're going to go for the double play. They're going to try. Well, they're going to try for the out at home plate. And with that, that is a 4. If 1d6 is higher, out, otherwise safe. With that, Wells will come home to score. However, that is a 3, so the 4 is higher than the 3. On that. And with that, Thomas will go to second. It's going to be a fielder's choice. So it's no fielder's choice, and everyone is safe. Oh. So with that, the pitcher, we do make a call to the bullpen for the Orioles. And with that, Baltimore will bring in they're going to bring in Lance Comio to pitch. That's his card. Comio will come into the game with a 2.69 ERA. He's got 1 win, no losses, 6 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 5 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 4 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Steve Tresho. Tresho went 4 1/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 5 walks, 1 strikeout, 1 home run, an ERA of a 6.29. And with that, Greg Zahn is up infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. Zahn is 0 for 2 today. Column 4, row 4, that's going to be a strikeout. On a 1 to 6, the 16 is too high. Column 6, row 6, 6. It's a fly ball to Jones. And that's going to be out number 2, 2 away. And that's going to bring up Marco Stutero. Strategy rolls a 15 with runners on first and second. Stutero's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Column 4, row 2, possible error on a throw. Column 6, row 6, 6. It's a fly ball to Peyton. And that will retire the side. 3 runs, 2 hits, and no errors, and 2 left on for the Blue Jays. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's Freddie Bainum, Brian Roberts, and Melvin Mora due up for the Orioles. Sean Markham can face 8 more batters before he's considered tired. Freddie Bainum is 0 for 1, and here's the pitch. Column 6, row 2, that's going to be a walk result. That's a 1 to 7, that's a 4, and that's going to be a walk. So with that, a runner on first. We go to the top of the order. Ryan Roberts is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 7, and here's the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2. That's going to be a walk on a 1 to 14. That's a 4. And that's going to be a walk. Melvin Mora is up. Mora is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Strategy roll is a 15. And here's the pitch. Column 5, row 3, range play at Camden Yards. Column 1, row 4. That is an S+8. That's a single to Wells. Wells' range is on a 1 to 3. That's a 3. He'll make the catch. As he had to hustle back to the wall and makes a leaping catch. And Freddie Bainum gets the hold sign along with Brian Roberts. One away, and that's going to bring up Nick Markakis. Markakis walked his last 2 times up. Strategy roll is a 4, and here's the pitch. Column 1, row 4, strikeout plus. That's an 18. That's a 1. Struck him out looking. So struck him out looking. We have a steal attempt. They're not sending him. Kevin Miller, two outs, they're not sending Bainum. Kevin Miller is up. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Column 1, row 2, home run chance on a 1 to 11. That's going to be a home run. That's a 5. It's a 3-run home run. And that's going down the left field side. That ball is out of here. 3-run home run for Kevin Miller. Ties the game up at 4. And all Stairs can do is watch that ball soar into the upper decks. Two outs, nobody on. Sean Markham has faced his pull rating, and that is going to bring up Luke Scott. Scott is 1 for 2 with a double, a strikeout, and an RBI, and here's the pitch. Column 6, row 4. That's going to be a strikeout plus. That's a 20. That's going to be a 10, so remember, that's going to be a 1 to 20. Struck him out looking. So 3 runs, 1 hit, and no errors. After 5, we're tied at 4. We go to the top of the 6th. It's going to be David Eckstein, Aaron Hill, and Alex Rios due up for the Blue Jays. David Eckstein is 1 for 2 with a walk, and here's the pitch. They are going to leave Lance in. Column 6, row 1, at the ballpark. Column 1, row 2, double star 3, and that's going to be a ground ball to Eckstein. Out number 1. It's going to go to Mora. Mora will make the catch, throw it over to Millard for the out. Aaron Hill is 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored, and here's the pitch. Column 3, row 4, 3-4. That's going to be a blank. We look to the right-hand side of the slash. Nothing there. That's where we get the blank. 1-1, column 1, row 1. That's going to be a ground ball to Mora. And that's going to be 2 away. 2 up, 2 down. Alex Rios is up. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Column 6, row 5, that's going to be a strikeout result. On a 1 to 7, the 19 is too high. 5-4, column 5, row 4, power hit to Peyton. On a 1 to 16, on a 16, that's going to be in the fly ball range of 15 to 20, and that's going to be an out. And that will retire the side. So the Orioles retired the Blue Jays in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Jay Payton, Omar Santos, and Adam Jones due up for the Orioles. And with that, Toronto has made that call to the bullpen. So we do have a new pitcher on the mound for the Blue Jays. Sean Malcolm could face 2 more batters, but they're not going to leave him in. They're going to bring in Brian Talent. Actually, they're going to bring in... They're going to bring in Brandon League. That's his card. Lee comes into the game with a 17.23 ERA. He's got 1 loss, pitched 4 2/3 innings, allowed 10 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats for Sean Marcom, he went 5 innings, allowed 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts, 1 home run, and ERA of a 4.16. Jay Payton, Omar Santos, and Adam Jones due up for the Orioles. Jay Payton, 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1. That's going to be a walk. Plus, that's a 21. That's going to be a 6. That's going to be a walk. So with that, Omar Santos is up. He's 1 for 2. Strategy rolls a 19. Infield double play depth. Column 1, row 5, that's going to be a blank. Column 5, row 4, ground ball to Stutero. And that is going to be a fielder's choice. That's a 0. Ground double play rating is a 1. Roll is higher than that. So with that, Payton will get forced out at second. And Santos is on. Strategy roll 17, infield at double play depth. Adam Jones, he's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Column 4, row 3, that's going to be a strikeout. On a 1 to 11, that's a 10. Struck him out. So 2 away, and that's going to bring up Freddie Batum. Batum is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored, and here's the pitch. Column 4, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout. That's a 14. That's a 1. Struck him out. So no runs, no hits, and no errors, and 1 left on for the Orioles. After 6, we're tied at 4. We go to the top of the 7th. Vernon Wells, Frank Thomas, and Matt Stairs due up for the Blue Jays. Vernon Wells is 2 for 3 with a strikeout, a run, and an RBI, and here's the pitch. Column 5, row 3, that's going to be a strikeout. Let's stay it in. That's a 1 to 3 range. The 7 is too high. Column 1, row 4, that's going to be good for a base hit past Mora. And with that, Vernon Wells is on with a base hit. Frank Thomas is up. Thomas is 2 for 3 with an RBI. Strategy roll 15, and here's the pitch. Column 4, row 3, that's going to be a strikeout on a 1-8. That's a 7. Struck him out. By the way, the strategy roll was a 15. The Blue Jays holding off. Strategy roll is an 11. Matt Stairs is up. Stairs is 1 for 2 with a home run, a walk, a run, and an RBI. Infield still at double play depth, and here's the pitch. Column 3, row 3, that's going to be a walk on a 1-20. The 14 is too high. So now Stairs will get his chance. 1-5-6, column 5, row 6, ground ball to Millard. And that is going to be a 6, so the out is going to take place at first. Wells will advance to second. The reason for that is a roll of a 6. Only play is on the batter at first. So 2 away with a runner now in scoring position as Lyle Overbay, who's 0 for 3 with an RBI. And here's the pitch. Strategy roll is a 12. Column 6, row 5, that's going to be a strikeout. 7-10 too high. Column 5, row 2, ground ball to Roberts. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on as we have sung, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. So let's take a look at the box score of this game after 6.5 innings have been played. Toronto scoring a run in the second inning, 3 runs in the fifth, 4 runs on 8 hits with no errors. Baltimore scored a run in the first. They started the game off with a run, then came back in the fifth to tie the game up. It's 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors for both teams. We are tied. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's Brian Roberts, Melvin Mora, and Nick Markakis due up. Brandon Lee going to stay in. He can face one more batter. Top of the order. Column 4, row 6. That's going to be a possible error on a ground ball. Column 1, row 2, double star 6. It's a ground ball to Hill. Hill's range is on a 1. That's a 1. And that's going to be an error. It's a 1-base error as Hill will boot the ball, and Brian Roberts is on with an E4. Strategy roll 5, and Melvin Mora is up. Brandon Lee is considered exhausted. And here's the pitch. Mora is 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1-6, the 7 is too high. Column 1, row 2, base hit, past third base. Stutero can't get it. And that'll put runners on first and second. Roberts will get the hold sign. He would have gone from first to third on a 6 and a 6 only when it sits in S5. They're going to give Roberts one more batter, Brandon one more batter. Nick Markakis will come up. Markakis is 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a strikeout. Strategy roll 17, and here's the pitch. 6-4, column 6, row 4. That's going to be a strikeout. 8-16 too high. Column 6, row 1. That's going to be a double past Wells. And that's going to be an RBI double for Nick Markakis. So it's 5-4 Blue Jays. Mora will hold at third. And with that, they've seen enough, and the Blue Jays will go to the bullpen. So we have a right, left, right coming up, and they're going to bring in Jeremy Accordio. That's his card. So first time we are seeing Accordio coming to the gate. His record in the actual season was no wins, 3 losses. He does have 4 saves. He's pitched 12 and 1/3 innings, allowed 15 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Brandon League went 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, an ERA of a 14.21. With that, he will have to face off against Kevin Millard. Millard is 1 for 3 with a home run, a run, and 3 RBIs. Strategy roll 8. No outs, runners on second and third. 2-4, column 2, row 4. That's a blank. Column 1, row 2, pop up to Eckstein. And that is going to be out number 1. 1 away, and that's going to bring up Luke Scott. Luke Scott is 1 for 3 with a double, a strikeout, and an RBI. Strategy roll is a 9, infield at normal depth. And here's the pitch. Column 4, row 2, that's going to be a strikeout, a 10, 16 too high. Column 3, row 2, that's going to be a base hit, pass Hill. That's going to score a run. Markakis is on third. He'll go from second home on a 2 through 6. That's a 2. So it's a 2-run score and a single RBI by Luke Scott. It's 7-4 Orioles. Jay Payton. Payton is 0 for 2 with a walk. Strategy rolls a 60. Infield is at double play depth. 3-1, column 3, row 1. That's going to be a blank. 3-1, column 3, row 1. Fly ball out there to Wells. Wells will make the catch and 2 away. Omar Santos was 1 for 3. Strategy roll 7. Here's the pitch. Column 4, row 5 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Camden Yards. Column 3, row 3. It's a home run. It was an HRO, so nothing there. It's going to be considered an out, fly out to right field. So 3 runs, 3 hits, and 1 errors. And one left on. We go to the after 7. It's Baltimore 7, Toronto 4. We go to the top of the 8th. It's Greg Zone, Marco Stutero, and David Eckstein due up for the Blue Jays. And with that, Lance Comier will come out of the game as the Orioles will set up for hopefully the save here. But remember, no lead is safe in inside pitch. So with that, we have a switch right coming up. And they're going to bring in They're going to bring in Dennis Stark. No, they're not going to bring in Dennis in. They are going to bring in. They're going to bring in Jim Johnson. Jim Johnson will come in. That is his card. Johnson will come into the game with a 3.0 ERA. No wins, one loss, does have one save, allowed 3 hits, pitched 3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Greg Zahn is 0 for 3, and here's the pitch. Column 5, row 3, that's going to be a possible error. Column 4, row 1, that's going to be a fly ball out there to Jones. And that is going to be a 9. Jones's error range is in a 1 to 2, no error there. And that's going to bring up Marco Stutero. Stutero is 1 for 3, and here's the pitch. 2-5, 4-5, column 4, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout. That's a 5. That's a 5. Struck him out. We go to the top of the order. David Eckstein. Eckstein is 1 for 3 with a walk. And here's the pitch. 2 away, top of the order. 2-3, column 2, row 3, blank. Column 4, row 1, double star 2, and that's going to be a ground ball to Bainum. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors, and none left on. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning as the Orioles retire the Jays in order. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Adam Jones, Freddie Bainum, and Brian Roberts due up for the Orioles. And with that, we do have a couple changes here to the lineup, to the defense of the Blue Jays. Stairs out there in left field will come out, and they're going to bring in Buck Coates for left field. David Eckstein at shortstop will come out, and they're going to bring in John McDonald to take over. And that is the only changes to the lineup that they are going to make. Jeremy Accordio is done. We do have a new pitcher on the mound. We have a left, right, and switch coming up. And with that, they're going to bring in B.J. Ryan. That is his card. He can face 4 batters. His ERA is a 10.0. He's got no wins, no losses, 2 saves, 2 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Jeremy Accordio, he went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs, ERA of 0. So Adam Jones is up, and here's the pitch. 6-5, column 6, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1 to 11. The 15 is too high. Column 3, row 3, 3-3. That's going to be a ground ball to Stutero. Out number 1. 1 away, and Freddie Bainum is up. He's 0 for 2 with a walk, a strikeout, and a run, and here's the pitch. Column 6, row 5, column 4, row 5. 4-5, possible error. Column 2, row 2, pop up to Overbay. Overbay's error range is on a 1 to 3, that's a 15, no error there. And we go to the top of the order. Brian Roberts is 0 for 3 with a walk, a strikeout, and 2 runs. And here's the pitch. Column 3, row 6. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1 to 8, the 18 is too high. 3-5, column 3, row 5, double star 1, ground ball to McDonald, and that will retire the side. So the Blue Jays retire the Orioles in order. It's no runs, no hits, and no errors. It's 3 up, 3 down. After 8, it's Orioles 7, Blue Jays 4. We head to the top of the 9th. Will the Blue Jays find some 9th inning magic, or can the Orioles hold off for the win? And with that, Jim Johnson is done. And with that, the Orioles are going to bring in George Schrill. That's his card. Schrill will come in for the save. He comes into the game with a 3.16 ERA. No wins, no losses, 2 saves, 5 2/3 innings pitched, allowing 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Jim Johnson. Johnson went 1 inning. He allowed only 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 2.25. We're here at the top of the 9th, so let's take a look at the box score after 8 innings have been played. Toronto scoring a run in the 2nd, 3 runs in the 5th. It's 4 runs, 8 hits. They've committed only 1 error. Baltimore, a run in the 1st, 3 runs in the 5th, 3 runs in the 7th. It's 7 runs on 7 hits, no errors. And Aaron Hill is up. Hill not taking the hit here. And they are going to bring in Joe Inglet to take the hit. Joe Inglet will come in to pinch hit. He's batting a .417. Here's the pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That's going to be a blank. Column 6, row 1, that's going to be a double star 5, and that's going to be a ground ball to Markakis, out number 1. 1 away, Alex Rios. They are going to leave Rios in. He's 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Here's the pitch. Column 1, row 5, at the ballpark. We're going to go to Camden Yards for the play. 2-2, column 2, row 2, HRP. And that's going to be a fly out to left field. Payton will make the catch, 2 away, and it all comes down to Vernon Wells. Wells is 3 for 4, strikeout, a run, RBI. The crowd here at Camden Yards on their feet. 1-2, column 1, row 2, that's a blank. Column 5, row 2, 5-2, it's a ground ball to Roberts. Roberts will make the catch, and that's the game as the Orioles defeat the Blue Jays with a final score of 7-4. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on for the Blue Jays. Final line score coming right up. So Baltimore will defeat the Orioles 7-4. Toronto 4 runs, 8 hits with 1 error. Baltimore 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Lance Comio will get the win. Brandon League will pick up his 2nd loss of the season, and George Schwell will pick up his 3rd save. Matt Stairs gets his 1st home run of the season. Kevin Miller will hit his 2nd home run of the season. Let's take a look at the stats here. Lance Comio will get the win. He went 2 2/3 innings, allowed 1 hit, 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 1.94. Brandon League will get the loss. That's his 2nd loss. Went 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 walk. 2 strikeouts, an ERA of a 17.37. Joel Shaw will get the save. He went 1 inning, an ERA of a 2.69. B.J. Ryan, the last pitcher up for the Blue Jays, went 1 inning, ERA of a 7.30. So that is going to do it for us here at Camden Yards, as Toronto will go to 6-8 and the Orioles will go to 8-6. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile. And remember to click the bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go up and when I go live with Field of Dreams. And until next time, I'm Scooty007. We'll see you next time for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.